Number one, whenever possible, OBE educators make a clear distinction between whether the students are doing routine assignments or developing ultimate performance capabilities. Two, educators also differentiate between practice and ultimate performance. While practice is a necessary route to performance, it is not the performance itself. Three, OBE often differentiates between pencil and ink grades. Pencil grade is a mark of record that can be changed when improved learning and performance warrants it. Ink grades imply permanent, unchangeable performance status. 4. Many OBE districts expect students to earn the right to receive expanded opportunities by having them constantly do the work and practice that make more improvement possible. They do not have automatic second and third chances to do something of consequence. Number 5, some districts hold students to a performance standard in the course of a program and consider their work to be incomplete until they meet the standard. Course or graduation credit is tied directly to meeting the standard. Number 6, in some districts do everything possible to make students' work so interesting and compelling that the lack of engagement and procrastinations are eliminated. And lastly, number 7, students' procrastination does not reduce the expectation for what is to be done well. It simply delays the time of completion, a circumstance that educators typically call failure and that the students usually want to avoid. How exactly does OBE's high expectations principle work? Simply stated, high expectations mean increasing the level of challenge to which the students are exposed and raising the standards of acceptable performance they must reach before they finished or successful. As noted in OBE systems, have applied this principle to three distinct aspects of the school practice: standards, successful quotas, and curriculum access. First, most OBE systems have raised the standards to what they will accept as completed or passing work. This is done, of course, with the clarity of focus, expanded opportunity, and design-down principles operating. As a result, students are held to a higher minimum standard than ever before. Second, most OBE systems have changed their thinking about how many students can or should be successful. They have abandoned bell curve or quota grading systems in favor of criterion-based systems, and this change of perspectives and practice reinforces the previous strategy. Third, realizing most students will rise only to the level of challenge they are afforded, many OBE systems have eliminated low-level courses, programs, or learning groups from their curriculum. Experience shows that applying these dimensions of high expectation, standard success quotas, and curriculum access alters a school's learning climate and ethos and results in higher student achievement in more challenging levels of learning. How exactly does OBE's design down principle work? Design down means staff begin their curriculum and instructional planning where they want students to ultimately end up and build back from there. This challenging but powerful process becomes clear when we think of outcomes as falling into three categories: culminating, enabling, and discrete. Culminating outcomes define what the system wants all students to be able to do when their official learning experiences are complete. In fully developed outcomes-based education systems, the term culminating is synonymous with exit outcomes. But in less fully developed systems, culminating might apply to what are called program outcomes or course outcomes. Enabling outcomes are the key building blocks to which the culminating outcomes depend. They are truly essential to students' ultimate performance standards. Discrete outcomes, however, are curriculum details that are nice to know but not essential for students' culminating outcomes. The design done process is governed by the golden rules. At its core, the process requires staff to start at the end of a set of significant warning experiences. Its culminating point and determine the critical components and building blocks of learning, that's the enabling outcomes, need to be established so that the students can successfully arrive there. The term mapping back is often used to describe the first golden rule. The second rule states that the staff must be willing to replace and eliminate parts of their existing program that are not truly enabling outcomes. Therefore, the challenges in design done process of both technical determining and enabling outcomes and that truly underlie a culminating outcome, and emotional, having staff be willing to eliminate familiar, favorite, but unnecessary curriculum details. Does employing the design down principle mean that important things will be removed from the curriculum? The second golden rule might make teachers or publishers' favorite curriculum content unnecessary, optional, or subject to elimination from a curriculum design. If the curriculum content is truly important to students accomplishing significant culminating or enabling outcomes, it must remain in the curriculum design. But if some curriculum components are peripheral, they may need to be replaced with more essential things. Design done is a sensible and sound approach to establishing curriculum priorities and structures, provided that implementers have a solid framework of culminating outcomes to actually guide them.